Hi folks, it's Mark here once again with some more record updates. Sorry, you might have heard that jingle, it's my cat just waking up. It's raining here again in England. It's been raining solidly for a whole week now, so you know, great opportunity to show some more records. Anyway, thanks for the comments and the subscriptions, by the way. They're starting to come in a bit more now. More and more people are starting to watch my videos, which is great. Anyway, if you watched my previous videos, Vinyl Finds number 2, you'll know that I was quite excited because I just managed to buy a copy of the Soul Surfers Soul Power 7-inch from Russia. There's only 500 of these pressed, and I was waiting for it to come. Well, it's arrived. It actually arrived about a week ago. So, fantastic. Very, very excited to get this. As I said, only 500 pressed. Very simple pressing, no fancy sleeve or anything. Only 500 of them in the world. Fantastic song. Very, very happy to add it to my collection. Now, I'm going to show an LP. This is quite an extraordinary LP. This is Mark Fry's Dreaming with Alice. Really kind of funny story about this LP, really. Mark Fry recorded this in Rome when he was 19 years old in 1972, and it kind of, you know, it never took off. People didn't pay it any attention. It was kind of discarded, really. And sort of in the 1990s, late 1990s, it suddenly, out of nowhere and for some reason, suddenly people started buying it. And it's become this sort of odd cult classic LP, and you know, it's just a strange story how a record can completely disappear and not have any attention paid to it when it's released, and then years later becomes this cult thing. It's a fantastic record. It's been described as sort of acid. I don't know really. It's you know, psychedelic folk, acid folk. It's folk music with sort of sitars and the flute, and it's a brilliant record. Really beautiful. I mean, track number 2, which is called The Witch, and I'll put a link to a YouTube. You know, somebody who's uploaded The Witch to YouTube, so you can hear it. It's just The Witch. It's just a fantastic song. As I said, it's a folk song, and very simple folk song, and all of a sudden you get this fantastic thumping sitar that comes into it, and it just, you know, it's just a fantastic song. As I said, you know, odd story as to how it disappeared, and now this is, you know, a lot of people are trying to grab this. It was released on an Italian label called IT, which was a sub-label of RCA, and it's been reissued in 2006 on Sunbeam Records. That's the reissue, and I have heard the original pressing, which was done in 1972, it's going for like $2,000, maybe even $2,500, so it's strange. Great record. You know, if you like folk music and you like it with a sitar and you like folk music with a bit of an edge, this is a great record to have. Okay, my next LP, and I have to say a big shout out to a guy on YouTube. He's making some fantastic videos. His name on YouTube is Fatbackfunk. So if you're watching this, you know, this record is kind of dedicated to you. I've been getting into funk recently, and I watched Fatbackfunk's videos, and he was eulogising about this record. This is The Propositions with Funky Disposition, and he was saying this is really magnificent, heavy, big time funk. So I bought the record basically on his recommendation, and this really is. Fatbackfunk is absolutely right. This is a phenomenal, heavy funk. It's just brilliant. I mean, I've had this. I've had this about 5 days now, and I haven't stopped playing it in 5 days. It's just stayed on my turntable, and I just play it again and again. It's absolutely, you know, if you like funk music and you like it deep and heavy, great big thumping bass, this is the record that you want. You know, I'm kind of loath to say that, you know, if you like funk you have to have this record, because a lot of people say if you like jazz you have to have a certain record, if you like rock your certain record, but this is phenomenal. So Fatbackfunk, you recommended it, and it's a fantastic recommendation. This is truly magnificent. I think my favourite song is on side 3. It's called Something Different, and that is just, you know, incredible. So yeah, The Propositions, give them a try. And once again, Fatbackfunk, if you're watching this, thank you so much for recommending this. This is absolutely, it's instantly become one of my top 3 records in my whole collection. It's The Propositions, Funky Disposition. And my next record, this is my favourite album of all time. I think it is the greatest album that I've ever heard. It's a very popular record. This is OK Computer by Radiohead, of course. Just phenomenal record, you know. Difficult to know what to say about it. Just every track, every song, from start to finish, perfect. There's not a single note on this album that isn't magnificent and perfect music. In my opinion, Radiohead's best album. The Bends The Bends comes a pretty close second. I've always been a Radiohead fan. Ever since you know, Pablo Honey came out and Creep was such a massive success. I'm not a very big fan of their more recent albums. You know, that kind of instrumental stuff is, you know, it's not my favourite Radiohead work. But OK Computer just, you know, blew me. I mean, Paranoid Android, one of the greatest songs, I think. It's kind of up there with sort of, it's a kind of modern Bohemian Rhapsody, I always think, you know. And this is a fantastic pressing, gatefold, as you can see. You know, it's just, this is a fantastic record, my favourite record of all time. You know, obviously many people will disagree as to what's the greatest record of all time and what's the greatest album of all time, but for me, OK Computer, just, you know, there's nothing in the world, or I should quantify that by saying I haven't heard anything in the world that is better than this. This is just, you know, this is just amazing. My next piece, this is another really lovely pressing, another gatefold. This is Pearl Jam's album 10. The reissue, obviously, not the original. I am currently in the process of tracking down an original, but you know, the prices are a little bit crazy, so we'll see how that goes. But again, this is a really important record because came out when I was a teenager. Grunge had exploded. Nirvana, you know, Pearl Jam, Sonic Youth, Soundgarden, you know, all those kind of bands were just huge when I was a teenager. Again, very, very impressive gatefold record. Just phenomenal. Phenomenal record. Again, you know, when I put this record on and I play it from start to finish, just so many memories of my sort of teenage years and fantastic music. Really beautiful pressing and a fantastic record. Okay, now I don't buy many 7-inch singles. In fact, I have very few in my collection. But you know, I've added some recently that I really like. This is Radiohead's. Let's get it a little bit closer for you. This is Radiohead's Paranoid Android. The B-side is Polythene Parts 1 and 2, which is another great record. It's pressed on clear blue vinyl. I picked this up off of eBay for something like £4 or £5, and it's, you know, mint condition, absolutely, you know, no noise. It's like I actually think it hasn't been played before I got my hands on it, so that's great. Another piece of Radiohead vinyl, Street Spirit Fade Out. What's the B-side? The B-side is called Bishop's Robes, which I'm not very keen on myself, but Street Spirit. It's a song from the Bends. This is pressed on clear white vinyl. Again, you know, Radiohead, a song from the Bends, can't really go wrong as far as I'm concerned. And then finally, for this video, I have Pearl Jam's Alive. The B-side is Once. Comes from, and there obviously comes from the album 10, which I just showed you the gatefold of. That's obviously the original 10 sleeve, which, as I said earlier, I'm in the process of trying to track down. This one is pressed on beautiful white vinyl. Again, I picked this one up from eBay. It was exactly £3.75. The vinyl is in perfect mint condition. The sleeve just has a few, as you can see, a few marks. Looks like, you know, there's been some sellotape or something stuck to it and it's just lifted some of the sleeve away. But apart from that, you know, I mean, if I'm buying vinyl and I'm going to play it and play it and play it, the condition really of the sleeve isn't that important. Obviously, you know, you're buying new vinyl, it's got to be mint, but that's a tiny bit of superficial damage. But, you know, again, another great record, and again, brings back lots of memories of being a teenager and just being in that, just, you know, being excited because there was this form of music called grunge and this kind of rock music that we hadn't heard before. Just being so excited about all this new fantastic rock music that was coming out of the States. You know, we didn't have anything like that in Britain, so yeah, great record, fantastic. Pearl Jam, Alive. Okay, so that's my vinyl acquisitions for this video. I've actually got several new pieces of vinyl on the way. I've got some more John Coltrane, some more Bright Eyes. I've got some more pieces, but I forget. Hey, you're constantly looking and ordering vinyl. I forget what's coming. I'm sure all of you in the vinyl community, you're probably watching this right now and you're waiting for parcels to come and you probably can't remember what it is you've bought. So that's my vinyl. I'd just like to say I've been watching a lot of Dereck's videos lately, and I watched a video this morning actually. Dereck has managed to pay off his house, so he's done with his mortgage and his finance for his home. So Dereck, congratulations, fantastic achievement. I'm loving watching your videos. The great thing about finding Dereck's channel is that he's got so many videos, so I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos to go back through and watch. Also, Dereck, you're probably not watching this because I know that you've said on your channels that you're so busy and you get so many people requesting to watch videos. Excuse me, but Dereck, if you are watching this, I know that you're down, I think you were down to 7 copies of Dereck 3 left in this world. That's fantastic, man. Well done. Fantastic. It must be a wonderful thing to have people want to buy something that you've created and that you've worked hard for. So it looks like Dereck 3 is going to be sold out pretty soon. I think I might have to get myself a copy. So anyway, Dereck, congratulations on your house, paying off your house. Congratulations on the success of Dereck 3. And to everyone else in the vinyl community, thank you for watching. Please leave your comments. Got a feeling I'm going to have a few comments of people disagreeing that Radiohead's OK Computer isn't the greatest album ever recorded. But please leave your comments. All comments are very welcome. I read them all. I try to reply to them all. If I don't reply to them all immediately, be patient because I probably will. Anyway, I'm sure there'll be another video from me pretty soon when my parcels arrive. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you all again soon. Cheers. Hi folks, it's Mark here once again with some more record updates. Sorry, you might have heard that jingle. It's my cat just waking up. It's raining here again in England. It's been raining solidly for a whole week now, so you know, great opportunity to show some more records. Anyway, thanks for the comments and the subscriptions, by the way. They're starting to come. Now, I'm going to show an LP. This is quite an extraordinary LP. This is Mark Fry's Dreaming with Alice. Really kind of funny story about this LP, really. Mark Fry recorded this in Rome when he was 19 years old in 1972, and it kind of come in a bit more now. More and more people are starting to watch my videos, which is great. Anyway, if you watched my previous videos, Vinyl Finds number 2, you'll know that I was quite excited because I just managed to buy a copy of the Soul Surfers Soul Power 7-inch from Russia. There's only 500 of these pressed, and I was waiting for it to come. Now, you know, it never took off. People didn't pay it any attention. It was kind of discarded, really. And sort of in the 1990s, late 1990s, it suddenly, out of nowhere and for some reason, suddenly people started buying it. And it's become this sort of odd cult classic LP, and well, it's arrived. It actually arrived about a week ago. So fantastic. Very, very excited to get this. As I said, only 500 pressed. Very simple pressing, no fancy sleeve or anything. Only 500 of them in the world. Fantastic song. Very, very happy to add it to my collection.